And for more on the risks and realities of fighter training missions, we turn now to retired U.S. Navy commander and FA-18 instructor and Top Gun adversary Trey Faulkner. Trey has accumulated nearly 4,000 hours of flight time and more than 400 carrier-arrested landings. He joins me now by phone. Trey, first of all, thank you so much for calling in. I know you're traveling. You were the first person I thought to call, just knowing your experience. Taking a look at the fact that this was a nighttime training mission, you know, those are always risky. Let's go into detail why.
Hi, Kira. Thank you so much for having me on. And first, just let me say to the families who are finding out today about this loss, how devastating it must be. And I can only imagine how they're feeling, and that the entire strike fighter community is mourning with them. And to your question about flying at night, just like driving a car at night, when we are flying at night, things are inherently more dangerous. We have a lot less of the visual cues that we use during the day to tell what's going on in the air, and it is exceptionally easy to get disoriented, especially flying at the speeds and altitudes that we sometimes operate at in an FA-18. So just generally, anytime we fly at night, the risk increases again just due to the chances of disorientation and to the various factors that make it a more challenging environment to fly in.
And Trey, you know this terrain where the jet crashed. What are your thoughts and questions right now?
Yeah, so the area to the east of Miramar, there's a lot of rising terrain out there in California as you head east of the coastline. And again, complicating flying at night can also be flying in rising elevations. And as you are on approach or on departure from an airfield, potentially being, you know, lower to the ground than we are during a lot of the other portions of our mission. So low altitude combined with night flying is always potentially more dangerous. And then add to that rising terrain to the east of the airfield there. And without speculating, I can just say that it is substantially more risky than your typical, high altitude navigation profile.
Well, just as we were talking, Trey, we have just been able to get a live picture now of the crash site. And basically what I'm seeing is exactly what you're describing, and it's higher terrain. You can see the hills. You can see that if it was at night, this is not clearly a flat area. As we're looking at these live pictures now from the crash site, you can see emergency vehicles there on the scene. We know that the pilot has passed. We can't confirm that he or she did indeed eject, but if the pilot did eject, what do you think could have happened here, Trey?
Well, Kira, in that type of terrain and under those circumstances, the jet will try to warn you that you're in a potentially dangerous situation. So as you approach the ground, the jet may tell you actually to pull up. In those circumstances, if the pilot recognized that there was an impending accident and attempted to eject, there are times when the margins for those ejections are slimmer than the seat is designed to handle. So in those cases, unfortunately, it might be possible to not survive an attempted ejection. Obviously, we don't know what happened here and whether or not this pilot attempted to eject, but certainly there are those circumstances, low to the ground with high rates of closure where that is a possibility.
And now that we know the search and rescue operation has indeed found the crash site, you know, with regard to the jet and the ejection seat, and I can't remember from the time that I spent with the Navy and did training, so you'll have to help me. It's been a number of years. What type of assets do they have that could help within a search, you know, tracking devices, et cetera?
Sure. Both the seat contains a beacon that emits a signal that search and rescue crews can attempt to find the seat in the event of ejection. That typically activates automatically. The pilot would also carry a radio on their person that if they landed on the ground, if for some reason the beacon in the seat were not active and not working, they can activate a beacon from that radio as well to assist search and rescue personnel in locating them.
Trey, Judy Faulkner, sure appreciate you calling in, helping us put this all together, even those live pictures coming in at the last minute. Appreciate your insight, and I know that this rarely happens within the strike fighter community, and when it does, it's pretty devastating. Just appreciate your personal insight and experience. Trey, thank you.
Thank you, Kira. Have a good day.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.